5. So thanks for sticking with us so far.
Yeah, this episode, we have some exciting things to talk about. We'll be talking about Jaxson's adaptive bike that we got him. We'll kind of show you guys what that looks like, and we'll definitely talk about how we got it, because that's kind of the important piece. But before we start...
if you guys saw on social media this week, I think mainly just Instagram,
Yeah.
but
on Facebook too.
We mentioned that we are going to the 2019 Dream Retreat in Florida in February.
Yeah, end of February.
And we are super excited about that.
Yeah, so if you guys haven't heard of what the Dream Retreat is, it's a new concept that our friends, our online friends have put together. And it's a Down syndrome retreat, but unlike the other retreats that are going on, which are all awesome, this one's for families.
Yeah.
So it's a bring your kids retreat. So we're going to be going down to Miramar Beach in Florida at the end of February. We're going to take the boys and enjoy the white sands and the beach. But even better, we get to meet all these awesome DS families that we've been friends with for years online. And we finally get to meet, and we get to meet the kids, which, like, to me is just so exciting.
Yeah.
So if you are a DS family and this interests you, I will chuck the link up on the bottom of the screen here. Go check them out. You can follow them on Instagram as well. It's called A Dream Retreat.
Mm-hmm.
So you can find them on Instagram as well, and check out their website, because we are so excited and we want everyone to come.
Yeah, it's going to be an amazing time, and it's just great to bring the boys and have a trip that's catered to families with DS and their needs, and our needs as parents and their needs as kids.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited.
And we can't wait, for everyone who's already going, we can't wait to meet everyone. And if you're even thinking about it, do it.
Yeah, just do it.
Just do it.
Just take the plunge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be so much fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, we were so excited we had to share that with you guys. We'll talk about Jaxson's adaptive bike that we recently got him, a couple weeks ago?
2, I think.
Okay, so the cool thing about Jaxson's adaptive bike is it was very, very cheap to get.
Yeah.
It wasn't free, but it was very cheap. So why don't you tell us how we kind of found out about this, because it's not common knowledge.
No. So randomly about a year ago at an appointment in Calgary, a specialist mentioned to us, do you have an adaptive bike for Jax? And to be honest, he wasn't quite ready for it, but she told us that the Cerebral Palsy Clinic, or Cerebral Palsy Society, or Association,
Out of
Calgary, runs adaptive bike clinics every year. And it used to be just kind of one big clinic, but now we missed it last year, but they run multiple clinics throughout the year. So we waited to this year, and we were up seeing our physiotherapist in Calgary, and she mentioned it again, gave us the contact information for the clinic, and we pretty much just emailed them and said, hey, we're looking at participating in this bike clinic.
What do we need to do?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, so the cool thing is it's the Cerebral Palsy Association or Society. They put on the bike clinic, but the really cool thing about it is it's for anyone. So any adults, teenagers, kids with any sort of disability that would benefit from an adaptive bike.
Yeah.
So it's just, that's pretty cool. So all we had to do, so if you guys live in Alberta or like anywhere kind of close-ish to Calgary, all we had to do was go on their website. You had to sign up to become like a member for the year. I think it was like $30 to become a member. And then you could sign up for the bike clinic. So we went to the bike clinic. Jaxson got fitted for a bike. They basically just take bikes, just a typical bike, and they just do all these like different adjustments, and they add things and take away things, and they weld things on if they need to. Like, it's pretty crazy how they just like transform a regular bike into adaptive bikes. So they had a whole bunch of different adaptive bikes there, and we just had to pay a small yearly fee for like renting.
Yeah.
Do they call it renting?
Yeah, so you're renting the bike for a year.
Do you want to move over and get out of
Yeah,
this?
that sun is just...
Now I got it.
Oh, good. That's better.
Now I got it.
Yeah, I think you pay to rent the bike for a year. And then,
over a little bit that way.
Then next year, they'll see, okay, has Jaxson grown? Has his needs changed? You need to modify the bike. Does he need a new bike? And then each year you just kind of renew as need or go up and get refitted as needed. The process was really cool. So we got a date and an appointment. We showed up, not really having any idea what to expect. They had 2 people from so like someone who worked for the society, another volunteer, and then a bike tech, like all ready to work with us.
Yeah, like the people from like a bike shop.
Yeah, they partnered with, I believe, Edison Cycle in Calgary.
Yes, that's who it was.
Yeah.
So then if any like on the spot changes needed to be made, they just like whipped the bike in the back and they just did whatever they had to do to make the bike work.
Yeah, so they just looked at Jackson's size, where
his
he
ability.
was from a
ability standpoint, I suppose, or
from like a gross motor.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we tried on a couple of different bikes. You get in one bike, okay, it's too short. This one, oh, it's too tall. And then, oh, this seat's too narrow. What's got a bigger seat?
Yeah, Jaxson, like the first one we put him on, it would have worked perfect, but it was kind of just a typical bike seat, like a small seat, and he freaked out. Like, he just didn't feel at all stable on it. So then we tried a different bike with a bigger seat.
And this one had like a back harness and seat belt, and then, for him, he needed, they put up essentially like plastic SMOs onto the pedals so that he could strap his feet in.
Yeah.
And then we got just a push-pull bar to, right now we're pulling so we can steer him. And then, once he can kind of navigate steering himself, we can just push to help him. The really neat thing about the bike is it's direct drive, which means that as long as the wheels are in motion, the pedals go. So as long as he's moving, he can put the association that, oh, my legs, this needs to happen with my legs for the bike to go. And then it also gives him helps build
now
some strength
he's
and
figured
endurance.
out that he can make it go, like, just with pushing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's kind of got that concept down now.
Oh, yeah, he, like, gets forward and
he
tries
to go. So while we're talking about how the bike works, here it is in action.
Yep.
Hey, Jaxie. Hi, love.
Okay, come on, let's go on your bike. I know. We're gonna make a little video, is that okay?
We're going to show everyone your bike.
We're gonna show them your bike, is that okay? Alright. This is Jackson's custom adaptive bike. So I'm going to put him on here. He's got this nice big wide seat with a backrest. You're okay. Okay, so Jackson's got this nice back strap. I got you. The seat belt. We'll take it. Stop. It's okay. I'm done. I'm just you and me in the back. It's okay. Jaxson. Enough. Let's get you strapped in. You wanna go bike? It's got these hard plastic straps on the pedals so you can strap his feet in all the way.
And what are those blocks on the pedals?
So these blocks are, his legs were a little too short, so they were to bring the height of the pedal up so that his feet fit, or his legs are the right height, I guess. And then he's all strapped in. Got a seatbelt on. Right, there you go. Favorite bike. I'll get it. You pedal first. There's gravity against you here. So as you can see here, I'm just pulling him. And as I move him, his wheels move, so they call direct drive with the pedals. So as long as the bike's moving, his legs will move, so that will help teach him that his legs essentially pedal for him. And it will associate the legs moving with the bike moving. Keep going. Kind of push. Push. You got it. Give it a start. Go, push. Come on. Go. Push. Now obviously Jaxson can't steer, so this handle can attach on the front to help me steer. It can attach on the bike so I can just push him, but he can't steer, so we're not there yet, so we're at the front. Here. Ready? Can't business all the way, see? Yep, tighten. Scoot. Good job. Hello. Ready? Hello. Okay, hold on, 2 hands. Hey, handles. 2 hands. Ready? Okay, 2 hands on the bike. 2 hands, Jaxson. Okay, 2 hands, ready? That's a break.
Did you just figure out how to do that?
Figure out how to squeeze it. Come on. Let's go. Let's do it. Two hands, son. Say hi. Good. Keep going. 2 hands. 2 hands. Yeah. Let's go. Come on. 2 hands. You're gonna crash. Pretty cool, hey?
Yeah. I think it's the coolest thing when he goes on. He's just so proud of himself, as you saw in the video, and he's just like waving to everyone. And
I think the biggest change I would make is it needs a squeaker, like a honk honk.
yeah, we can get one for him. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow when he's at school.
Maybe.
But that you realize that in the entire bike ride with the squeaker, he would just be the honk in that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He loves it though.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was great. I think all in all, it was maybe $75 to rent the bike for the year.
Plus the $30 fee.
Yeah.
Like yearly fee. So I'm not sure if this is like a typical CP association thing. I guess maybe I should have done some research before we talked about it. But it's definitely through the Calgary CP Society. So if you're not at all close to us, maybe do some Googling, check online, see if any of your CP associations, like in your local area, run these adaptive bike clinics. Because, yeah, it was just the neatest thing, and
awesome.
We would have no clue about it unless a therapist told us about it.
Yeah, we literally never had heard anything from anyone before.
And even, like, so many local people are, like, no one's heard of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, do some Googling if you're looking for something for your kid. It's the coolest thing ever to see Jaxson on a bike.
He's so proud of himself.
This kid who's not yet walking independently, and he relies on us for so much. He's very, very proud of himself when he gets on that bike. So it's pretty neat.
It is.
To have that. So yeah, so that's how we got it, which is kind of the big piece of the puzzle. So
yeah.
Anything else you want to talk about the bike?
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sweet. I can't even tell you what we're going to talk about next week, but we have some cool stuff going on this week.
We do.
Yeah.
And we, not just cool things, it's a big thing that's happening this week.
Really big.
So, we're going to leave you hanging on that.
Yep.
But we will definitely let you in on the secret down the road.
There'll be some teasers throughout the week.
I think so, yeah. Definitely keep up with our Instagram stories because...
Especially Friday.
Thursday, Friday.
There
might be a helicopter involved.
There might be.
Or not. But we got some big things going on this week, so keep watching our Instagram stories because we'll at least share some of that on there with you.
Anything else?
I don't think so. I hope you enjoyed this week. I hope you enjoyed watching Jaxson on his bike and yeah.
Any fun facts you want to share?
Ooh, fun facts. Is there any you want to share?
Well, it's not about you, but I actually noticed a comment about this. This is not a spider web. Okay? I broke the window.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. We locked ourselves out of the house.
No, we didn't lock ourselves out of the house.
Well,
the door handle fell off. Okay? The outside door handle just like boop,
that's what happens
off.
when you live in a 100-year-old house.
100-year-old house.
So it's like the original doorknob.
Couldn't even nothing to get the door open. And these windows all crack open pretty easy, so if anyone knows where we live and want to break in,
they're 100 years old. If
you push on them, the locks just spin up. And so I was like, oh, this one already looked like it was open, so I came around, but I wasn't smart enough to realize the base of the couch is blocking the window from opening.
Yeah.
And
so
I gave it a hard push and I shattered it.
Yeah.
So try replacing 100-year-old windows, not going to happen.
Yeah.
So.
That's a good fun fact.
There you go.
That's not a spider web.
Not a spider web.
She broke it breaking into our house.
Yep.
How did we ever get in that day? Do you remember? Was there a window?
Yeah, I cracked it. No, I cracked open that window instead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's it.
Well, thanks for joining us. See you next week.
See you next week.